I'm sure I won't be sued for that, right? Hey everybody, welcome back to JT Channel and welcome to a pretty big announcements and updates maybe. First things first, I want to get out there, nothing's changing about the presentation. I just want to get that out there because I know that's something that I keep talking about. I haven't been able to afford anything to change the presentation, and I think the presentation of this channel makes the channel, so this is staying the way it is. Pardon me, I'm drinking coffee during this. No, Brooklyn. And what this is a chance for me to tell you guys what I have had planned for a long time and the fact that it is now finally happening. So sit back, relax. If you like these videos, if you like knowing what's coming up. If not, if you check out of this video early, it means it'll all be a surprise. If the people that don't, I should say the people that don't watch this video, will just get all the surprises as it comes along. They'll notice the patterns and stuff. So short version is what I've done as my controller gets disconnected is I've come up with a bit of a plan for a schedule. Now, it's not a great schedule because YouTube is not my job. I think you guys know that by now. I work from 7 to 4, but I'm gone from 6 o'clock-ish in the morning until almost 5 o'clock at night. And all that nighttime I want to spend with my kids and my family. Not a toy. And weekends, same thing, right? So weekends are really the best time for me to make videos. And we had Retro Wrestling Rewind going on for a while, and that took a major break. And I didn't mean it to. It's just things got crazy at home, and then I started to come up with this idea for a schedule. Same thing with MAW. I wanted to do that monthly, and that didn't really. Well, that is going to plan. We had our May show, which thanks to everybody that checked out Hell on Earth. If you haven't, please do. It's a really good show. There were some big surprises as well as far as certain titles and changes and whatever. And then there's Saturday of the Dead, which was going to be the horror movie review show where once a week I would review horror movies. That was the whole original plan. Everything was going to be weekly. That isn't going to work when YouTube is not my job. I just don't have the time between work and being a father. So I finally sat down by myself with some music. I sat down with my wife, had a few conversations, came up with a bunch of ideas, and finally landed on something. And what I've come up with is you guys will get at least 3 to 5 videos a month minimum, depending on how many Saturdays are in the month. So like for May, for example, for this year, that was proper English, right? I'm so sorry. I don't know what's stuck in my fucking teeth. That's proper English, I think. There were 5 weekends. So that'd be 5 videos, bare minimum. Now, that's not a lot, obviously. So there will be other stuff sprinkled in, which I'm going to talk about. I know I'm rambling, but I'm giving you, this is actually the TLDR before we get into the nitty gritty. Besides the scheduled videos on every Saturday, there'll be other stuff that will go out throughout the week that I'll record on weekends, like the original plan was going to be. But let's talk about the scheduled shows. I just talked about all 3 of the things that were supposed to be weekly. Those are the shows that I'm putting into an official schedule here on JT Channel, starting next Saturday. So 6 days. I'm not giving you any time to prepare. You have 6 days. But I'm very happy that the beginning of all this is going to be Saturday of the Dead. Now, I said that was going to be a horror movie review show, like video podcast, I guess. Talking head, just sit here and talk about a movie. But instead, I'm turning it into just a horror show where I sit down and talk about something horror related. Yes, there will be reviews, and the only reason I don't want to do just reviews is because there's going to be 3 shows on this rotation, meaning that if you at home are like, wow, I really am excited for the horror review show, and you have to wait 3 weeks for each episode. I know you would. I know people that really like this stuff, not just horror, just videos in general, like waiting for their videos to come out. Excuse me. It's like me with Death Battle, for example. Those come out once a month or once every couple of weeks or whatever, and I don't mind waiting. But still, instead of just being like, oh, I'm going to do the Nightmare franchise, for example, that's like 8 movies, maybe 9 if you count Freddy vs. Jason, I think. That would be scattered over 3 weeks. That would take like half the year just to cover 4 or 5 months just to cover one franchise. So instead, when we do cover movies, it will probably be like major one-offs, I have some ideas already. Or if it is a series, we'll probably cover the whole series in one episode. So those episodes will be long, or they'll be two-parters. Again, to use the Nightmare franchise as an example, maybe I talk about the first couple of movies, 1 through 4 or 5, and then I do the rest in Freddy vs. Jason in a separate episode. So that's kind of the idea. And there'll be stuff where we talk about, like, we'll rank movies or we'll have horror conversations. One of the ideas I had recently was, if they were to do new Friday the 13th movies, who would you cast in what role and what kind of movie would it be? I know there's going to be a Crystal Lake show coming out. That's just an idea. Don't jump in the comments and give me, blah, 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 because I don't even know if that episode will happen anytime soon, or even if that's an actual episode. I'm so sorry. I know some people criticize me for having my kids in videos, but he literally was just having a fit. I had to do something with him. But anyhow, so that's Saturday of the Dead. I have a plan and a backup plan for the first episode. Well, a couple backup plans. I have a plan A, which I'm not going to say just in case it doesn't happen, but I will say that I'm trying to do a review for the first episode, because I think that's a good way to introduce people to the show. I can be like, look, we're doing a review this week, but on the next episode, on whatever date, we're going to do something else, and yada, yada, yada. So I don't want to give away what we're doing on the first episode just because it isn't completely cemented in stone. Yeah, I'll just leave it like that. I don't want to tell you guys all the options. I don't want to fill your heads up and be like, I really want plan A, and then it doesn't go through and people are disappointed. So just June 6th, next Saturday, please tune in for the very first episode of Saturday of the Dead. I'm really excited about it. Just going to sit and talk. Probably not here. I'll probably sit somewhere else for that, either on my couch or at my dining room table, just to make it feel different from all the other crap. Then the second Saturday in this 3-show loop will be MAW. So I guess June 13th will be the first episode of the new schedule. And that just means 2 to 3 episodes of MAW a month, which I think is a good balance between every single week and once a month. Which means I can have like a regular MAW inertia or whatever one time a month, and then have the special episode another time a month. So I think that'll be fun. It gives me a little more, it brings back the freedom to create more often for MAW, to use my hair looks crazy like that. Maybe don't do that. Week to week was hard for me to keep up with, and once a month feels too long, which is fine. Companies do it. New Japan used to do it, and I think AAA kind of does it. They kind of don't do it. It's so hard to describe. Speaking of AAA, if you didn't check out that show from the 30th last night as this video goes out, check it out. Super, super good, and the main event was absolutely insane. People are saying it's the best match of the year. Opinions all over the place. I'm not going to get into what my match of the year is right now. Piss a lot of people off. But back to the point. So MAW, that'll be the second show. The first show, like I said, in this new schedule will be June 13th. And then the third one, if you haven't figured it out, will be Retro Wrestling Rewind. I am bringing back Retro Wrestling Rewind, and I am very, very happy about it. I don't know why I couldn't get the ECW Heatwave 98 episode taken care of. I found where to watch it, but I couldn't find time to watch it and review it properly. So that's what it's going to be. On June 20th, the following Saturday, so 3 weeks from now, I'll be reviewing ECW Heatwave 98. I'm really excited to check that out. Check out an old ECW show. I haven't done that in a long time. Excuse me. And that's where it will end, the 3-week cycle. So then that's June 20th. So June 27th will be the next episode of Saturday of the Dead. I know none of you are stupid, but that's how it's going to work. It'll be Saturday of the Dead, MAW, Retro Wrestling Rewind. Then we head back to Saturday of the Dead, and we just continue that for every Saturday. That way, it's on a nice little 3-week loop. I'm not overwhelmed to do 3 shows in a week. Again, if this was like my job, a paid-for YouTube channel, or I was getting paid for it and everything, sure, I could do 3 times a week, no problem. But I'm just not there right now. Maybe next year we'll revisit this next June, and who knows, maybe things will be different. So that's your 3-week schedule. I will be really excited about it. I'll make sure you guys know what's coming on the next episodes of each of them. Like for MAW, the commentator, Rich Johnson, who seems like a really nice guy. He knows a lot about wrestling, but also stutters a lot. he'll probably tell you guys what's coming on the next episodes, or Johnny Gomez or whatever. And then I'll tell you guys what's coming on the next episodes of Saturday of the Dead and Retro Wrestling Rewind. Another big thing about this is I'm trying to work on intros for all 3 shows. I want all 3 shows to feel unique. So like Retro Wrestling Rewind, God, that's so hard to say, will be like this, where I'll be sitting in front of the TV. I'll try to get rid of the glare when I'm doing it. And there'll be a scene from the show, and we'll just review the show. Saturday of the Dead, we'll be sitting somewhere else, and we'll be a lot more laid back. And MAW is MAW. If you watch it, you know. If you haven't, again, at least go check out Hell on Earth. I'm going to try to get an intro for all 3 of them. The Saturday of the Dead intro has been done for like a month and a half. I did it. I put it together. And it's fine. It's nothing fancy. I just edited some crap on my phone. But I did it. And it just sits in a folder unused because I haven't picked where to start. It's been so hard to find a starting point, which is why I'm glad that what happened. Again, I don't want to get into details in case it doesn't work, because now I have what I want to be my starting point, and that's good enough, I suppose. And then MAW, I have to figure out. Retro Wrestling Rewind, I have to figure out. I don't think any of the shows will have their intros finished before the first couple of episodes. Like, it's a work in progress. It's just something I want. I don't mind just hopping on here and saying, hey, welcome back to JT Channel, welcome to Retro Wrestling Rewind, blah, 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 blah. But it would be nice if somewhere down the line by July, August, at the latest, these shows have their own introductions so you know what you're getting into. That I said at the beginning that's the minimum I want to do. There's also, of course, all the other stuff, like predictions, which I didn't do for anything recently. I did watch Double or Nothing. I'm skipping Clash in Italy. No offense to the wonderful competitors on that card, like they give a damn. But I'm skipping Clash in Italy. I watched AAA show, like I mentioned. It's, again, hard to find time, and I was taking a break from the channel because it felt like life was getting kind of crazy. So now here we are, and I think I'm ready to get back into it. I've been playing Who's at the Door. If you missed that, it was 3 parts. Go check that out. Good Anomaly game. So don't think I'm done doing other stuff, right? Other games will come up, fun little horror experiences like that, or I don't know if I find other short games to play. I would love to be able to play, like, I use Markiplier as an example as I continue to drop names like they're falling just out of my mouth. He plays a lot of times just these little horror games that are 20 to 40 minutes long, and that's all he'll do that for 2 or 3 days in a row. That's kind of what I would have liked to do at some point, and maybe it'll happen again. I have a Steam account, but I don't have anything to play with Steam games on. That's down the line, but if PlayStation has anything else I want to just screw around with, I've thought about doing live streams, playing Assassin's Creed Odyssey or No Man's Sky, games that I am well into or beaten. I've beaten on No Man's Sky. But games I'm well into, but just live stream them, have some fun. People can pop on and ask questions, whatever. Things of that nature. Oh, yeah? Okay. So that's kind of where I am with that. But here comes the big... I'm sorry if I seem distracted. I am. So I'm trying to just get this all out of my system so I don't redo this video 50 times, which, trust me, you have no idea how many times I redo videos sometimes. But the big thing I want to do, there's 2 really big things I want to do besides the 3-week rotation thing I got going on. One is Minecraft Hardcore. I didn't know that 2 years ago, well, a year and a half ago, they added Hardcore to the PS4 Minecraft. I'm excited to try that out. I played Minecraft on the channel a couple of times. Never really went anywhere. The videos with my wife were hard to watch because they were split screen. And when I played by myself, it just didn't do well. But this, I think, could be fun, since I've never played Hardcore before. So I wouldn't say look forward to that, but maybe sometime later in the year I'll do that. The big one I want to do, and I really wish I could do more hoopla about this, is I'm going to try to play all 9 mainline Resident Evil games. Why not? Somebody tell me why not. They're almost all of them are on PlayStation Plus, like the first half, like the first 4, maybe 5, I don't think 5 is, are on PlayStation Premium. My son's trying to run away. The one on Premium for the first Resident Evil is a director's cut, which there's differences between, but I haven't played it in like 20 plus years. So I probably won't notice the differences, or I can buy the OG. I'm not going to play any of the remakes. I'm going to try not to. I'm going to try to play 1, 2, 3 as 1, 2, 3, because they're on Premium as PlayStation Classics, PS1 Classics, PS2 Classics, whatever. And then I'll play 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You get the point. I understand that's a huge undertaking, but I think it could be fun. I think if I just start with the first Resident Evil, the game we all know and love and remember, it'll probably be updated a bit. It'll probably look good, HD, whatever. I think that'd be a good place to start, and then that means that I always have a game to play. If I'm not doing anything else, it's like, well, I'm not really playing any other games. Do whatever, let's say Retro Wrestling Rewind on Saturday. Do that video, then play Resident Evil for a little while, then do the same thing on Sunday, have the videos scattered throughout the week. All of a sudden, I've got a lot of videos going on. So I guess that's it. I'm sorry if I was a little distracted and if I kind of rambled. If you don't understand what's going on, I'll give you another TLDR. Starting next Saturday, the channel is going under a bit of a change of structure. Every Saturday, there will be at least one video. Every week, there'll be at least one video on Saturday. Starting with Saturday of the Dead, it's a 3-week schedule. Saturday of the Dead, which is just a horror video podcast where I'll just talk about something horror related. It could be a movie review. It could be something fun. It could be casting stuff. I don't know. We'll have some fun with it. Saturday of the Dead will be fun, but it's all about horror. The second week will be MAW, and then the third week will be Retro Wrestling Rewind, which is my show where I review older wrestling shows. MAW is my wrestling company on 2K23. Trying to move it to 2K25, still hasn't happened. And then it restarts with Saturday of the Dead. It's just that 3-week rotation. Boom, 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 boom. And then on the side, I'll still be doing predictions. I'll play other games. And I'm going to try to do a hardcore Minecraft playthrough sometime this year. Because PS4 finally has it. I didn't know. They added it in October of 24. And I'm going to try to play every single mainline Resident Evil game. It's their 30th anniversary this year, too, so I think that'd be a fun way to celebrate it. So, deep breath. Thank you, everybody, so much for watching, and thank you, as always, for being patient with me. One of my videos of playing Who's at the Door went to 45 views recently. It just jumped out of nowhere, so I really appreciate that. And this is it. Like the opening Disney clip said, this is the big summer blowout. This is the big summer blockbuster moment for JT Channel, because I am going to put a lot more effort into these videos. I am going to make sure I take the proper time to play the games right, and make sure that these talking head videos I do like this get better. Obviously, I can't help this sometimes. Sometimes this needs my attention too, and that's fine. You guys are going to have to get used to the kids in the videos. You should have been from early days, but it's a different conversation, I suppose. But with that being said, I'm still going to try to make them more succinct, better off. You know, if I'm talking about a horror movie that was an hour and a half long, and I'm talking about it for an hour and 10 minutes, something's either gone wrong, I'm babbling too much, or there's too much information. It was like the first episode of Retro Wrestling Rewind. I know I'm babbling now, but shut up. That first episode was like 58 minutes long because I went on too long. And that's okay. I got a lot of views and likes, and people were liked it a lot. But I still didn't want it to be that long. 30 minutes seems like a good max for a review show, even for really long AEW shows. I still think 30 minutes is probably long enough to try to cap it out at, so that's what I'm going to try to do from now on. And then playing games is going to stay the same, just record it on my phone, blah, 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 blah. So hopefully you're listening to this video, not watching it, or you're going to be as distracted as I am because he likes to spin around. I've just been manhandling him for the last 10 minutes. So if you're probably going, huh, what is he talking about? So I hope you join me on this journey. All the promises I made at the end of 2025 are going to start coming true. Again, please tune in next Saturday for the first episode of Saturday of the Dead. It's either going to be a movie review of a fairly recent movie, or it's going to be something else entirely because I have to have a backup plan. So until then, and until next time, this is JT Channel. I am JT, and I will see you in the next one.